We are those girls who came together through indifference and love.
We are those girls who spent hot tarmac summers stretched out in a haze of smoke and laughter. We are those girls whose friend lost their father and survived anyway.
"2 weeks. That's the amount of time it took them to forget. I smiled for a second and everything went back to normal. I couldn't go back to normal. The image of his body lying on the ground still, it's branded into my mind. I won't forget that. I can't forget holding his cold hand, kissing his forehead while my brain was spinning, unable to understand that he was gone. I never even had the chance to say goodbye, but I whispered it into his ear, hoping that he might hear. It's odd. I thought he was there, but he really wasn't. Now I don't feel the pain. I don't feel anything.
We are those girls who smoked cigarettes in the backs of gardens and hid smoky breath underneath chewing gum.
We're those girls who got blackout drunk at house parties and told secrets we didn't realise we had.
I wanted him to love me. God, I did. But sometimes that's not enough. And this time, it wasn't enough. I never wanted to break a heart. Not his heart. But somewhere in between the I love yous and I need yous, I got lost in translation. When the initial feeling wore off, I was always prepared for heartbreak, for dealing with the numbness and the hurt. But no one ever prepared me for the way breaking someone else would feel. They never told me breaking his heart would make vodka taste like water, that seeing him shatter would make everything go dark. The way everything just drained from his face. The way his eyes dulled and went distant. That will haunt me for the rest of my life. But fuck. The way he cracked a smile and told me he understood felt like a million tiny shards of glass embedded into my ruined, tarred lungs. I will never breathe the same way again.
We are those girls repressed by small town life, our fishbowl world.
We are those girls who knew what the boys said and what it meant, but it stayed under long lashes and locker room talk.
A few days ago, a white family member of mine asked me, "What's the point? What's the point of these protests? What's the point of speaking up?" The point is so people of colour can feel valued, because white privilege is feeling loved in your own skin from the day you were born, from primary school till year 8. All I wanted to be was white. That sounds bad, but I was never told different. I never had idols who were people of colour, I never did. When I was 5 years old, I put talcum powder on my skin because I wanted to be like what I was taught was normal. Because the main characters were white and the princesses were white and the people in the school textbooks were white. This continues to secondary school, where dark humour and banter and your jokes is just racism and misogyny. The point is, we all just want to feel valued and not be asked out as a joke in year 7 just because you were the Asian girl. I can't imagine how black girls and boys must feel when they experience it. It's just a white family member who asked me a few days ago what the point is. It's so we can all feel valued in our own skin, and no less. That's all we want. Just to feel valued. That's all we want.
We are those girls who fell in love with that girl, who willed ourselves to have husbands and a proper family, all whilst imagining what it would be like to trace the outline of her lips.
I fell in love with her slowly, like she was the current and I was the sea. She controls me, always pulling and pulling. She's as familiar as my fingertips and I don't even think she understands that. I know how it feels to be a nomad, a stranger in your own skin. But it's okay to say it clumsily, right?
We are those girls who fell in love with that girl again and again and again. Her laugh, her hands.
The girls that came out again and again and again, who stood strong, weathering storms from blinkered vision.
All I want for her is to say it. What I feel for her isn't just lust or something that I'll forget tomorrow. No. I felt like this for a long time. And even on my saddest days, when it felt like the world was being pulled from underneath me, she was there. That's what love must feel like. Coming home to her.
We are those girls who tuck secrets into our bras like banknotes, like how when we went home our fathers spat on us.
Or how one of us spent 2 days missing and still didn't get told that somebody loved her.
Years later, I think about you and I cry. I cry for everything you took from me. I cry because I'm angry that you still have a hold over me that I can't shake off. I'm angry that I didn't fight back until it was too late. You made your mark on my body and my mind, and I hate myself because I couldn't stop you. I hate that you were still a voice in my psyche, doubting everything I do, doubting my worth. I'm everything you feared. I'm smart, I'm strong, I'm creative, and I'm fucking free. I'm that boy.
I'm that boy. Just because my anatomy is different, it does not mean that I cannot feel things. For the first 10 years of my life, I was belittled and undermined by a woman. And here I am again today, being told what to say, how to feel, and how to love, and how to think by a woman. I constantly hear and read women demanding men to stop, emphasise and listen and change. Well, now it's my turn. It's not just women who suffer, and I will speak up. I'm not afraid anymore. I'm not. I'm me. I am proud, and I'm strong, and I am masculine. I'm going to be that man.
I am that boy. Sometimes it strikes when you least expect it. Like when you walk into a motive with your mates and they go off with their girls. And it hits you. Hard, fast, aggressive. And before you know it, you're holding back all your emotions. I am alone. Sitting in the back of a taxi. Finishing a bottle of vodka. Drinking, gulping, numbing. Why not me? What is wrong with me? Am I too damaged to be loved? I am that boy.
Or how 3 of us developed eating disorders at 14. And how one of us was choked by the boyfriend who later cheated on her. And that 2 of us had family members who made victims of us long before we ever cried about it.
I fell apart slowly, and he saw me do it. Unwrapped me as though I was a flower blooming from the inside out. And then he pulled me in. And I, frozen, felt the way his fingertips slid across my skin. And I begged him to stop, to stop, to stop. Almost as if he couldn't see or hear me or didn't want to. And then I remember Molly, beautiful Molly, and how I wish her fingers were right here, right next to mine, and I feel my heart shatter, knowing nothing will ever be the same again.
We are those girls who filled the air around our words with text messages and self-hatred, where eyebrows are on fleek, but our eyes are watery from kissing toilet bowls.
It's like my body is tearing itself open all of the time. My skin itches from the inside. I want to disappear. I feel myself and everything aches. I hate myself. My parents know. You know. There's this meeting with the hospital and they're going to send me away. I know they're going to trap me. They keep saying I'm out of control. It's not like I don't know I'm sick because I know. I can feel it. And I hate it. But I don't know who I am if not this illness. It's like I made a personality off of being sad. But I look at myself in the mirror. And I just want to die. All of the time. I'll catch a glimpse of myself in a shop window or in a picture on Facebook, and all I want to do is curl up into a ball and scream. You must know what that's like. To hate yourself. But all of the time I feel like I'm begging for someone to help me, and what's coming out of me is laughter when I'm drunk and I can't do it anymore. I want help. I do. But I don't know what I'm doing. I know this sounds crazy, but I'd be able to recover if I could just keep my illness. I know that doesn't make any sense, but you've got to believe me, I'd be able to get better if I could just stay sick. I don't know how to be if not this. I don't know what to do if not hate myself.
We are the girls who drink apple-flavoured vodka next to World War II memorials because the fight still continues and we've never needed guns in our hands to know that.
Who buy £60 worth of weed and can only be honest when we smoke the lot of it. We're those girls who pop pills and kiss razor blades and set fire to lungs, all to kill our bad bits.
We are those girls that became a political conversation long before we could learn to say no. With our church confessional bodies and heavy bones, because silence speaks loud too, you see.
We are those girls who found solace in each other's laughter.
And held each other's hair when we were sick. We are those girls who borrowed each other's lipsticks and kissed each other's cheeks.
We are those girls who were so beautiful and loved so hard.
We are those girls.
We are those traumas.
And those memories.
And those lives.
And we will turn into those women who I will be proud to know.
Because we are those girls.
We are these stories.